Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the XoneBros. This is your positive gaming and Xbox community. Thank you for joining us. Mm-hmm. It's been a good week. It's been a big week. If for those of you listening live, not live, listening live. If you're watching live,
you're watching and listening.
And if you're watching and listening, welcome. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to hit that like button. It helps us here on YouTube. If you're listening to us, come join us over on YouTube at youtube.com/XoneBros. And no matter where you're at, go leave us a 5-star review on all podcasting sites because it very much helps us out. And thank you for listening. Let's talk Candy Crush because that's the title of this show. This episode, rather. So Phil Spencer this week, I just want to get your reactions and thoughts to this. Phil Spencer this week was interviewed and he was asked about the Xbox Activision. And here's what he had to say. He said,
the acquisition.
The acquisition of Activision, yes.
Okay. Yeah.
He said, in terms of the Activision opportunity, I keep saying this over and over, and it's true. It definitely starts with the view that people want to play games on every device that they have. In a funny way, the smallest screen that we play on is actually the biggest screen when you think about the install base in a phone. Spencer said, highlighting that mobile gaming continues to grow and become a more substantial part of video games industry while PC and console remains relatively stagnant. He said, we did not buy Call of Duty for Activision for Call of Duty. We bought it for Candy Crush.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So to put that in perspective, even though Call of Duty has $1 billion in sales, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, in less than 2 weeks, that's nothing compared to what like Diablo Immortal did.
Yeah, but I mean, Diablo. I mean,
that's a zinger you threw in there.
That's Diablo Immortal really. Yeah, they made a lot of money.
They got their money.
Yeah, so they made a lot of money.
Here it is. The Candy Crush franchise single-handedly brings in more revenue than all Activision Blizzard combined.
Oh yeah, I believe it hands down. Is it King that develops Candy Crush?
Yes.
Like that's why they remember when we talked about it. Like guys, don't pass on King. They're the reason they probably got bought for that much money.
Yeah.
King is the one paying the bills.
Yeah.
And Hearthstone. No, just kidding. I don't know. I spend a lot of money on Hearthstone.
I mean, it's clearly Candy Crush.
No, I know. I know a lot of people don't like mobile gaming. I mean, mobile gaming is not my first go-to gaming. There's a few games I play on the phone. Like I play a lot of Pokemon Go with my wife. Right, it's a good phone game. There are good phone games out there. But the player base on the phone and even just like outside America, right? Like I know in Japan, phone games are a lot more popular than they are here. Well, I don't know. Maybe that's not true because there are phone games that are popular here, you know. Anyway, but whatever. Apples and oranges. Phone games are popular, whether you want to believe it or not. Well, the numbers speak for itself. You know, they're popular.
No, they're extremely popular. And our gamer crowd, I guess that I represent, yes, you know.
Sure.
I don't play mobile games. I straight up just don't.
You play Hearthstone.
You don't play Pokemon Go?
No.
You're missing out.
You did play Pokemon Go.
Never.
You never played Pokemon
never
Go?
Played.
What about that Ingress game, the sci-fi Pokemon Go?
You know what? That is the one that I got into. No, it's not. No, I did not. I did not. The only mobile game I ever played was...
But you play Hearthstone.
I have played Hearthstone on my phone.
What about Clash of Clans?
I've never played that game.
You never been to ClanCon?
I've never been to ClanCon. So
you watch Twitch on your phone.
I feel like you guys are grilling me.
Tetris.
I just want to let you know that I personally am not a mobile gamer.
Okay.
I think I played
Tetris,
the bird game Where you
Angry Birds.
Oh, Angry Birds, yeah.
You know, the first movie, the second movie, the first movie is actually really good.
It's true.
Yeah, the first Angry Birds movie, good.
You know what movie I watched that's very good? Ralph Wrecks the Internet.
Ralph is
that was okay. I like the first one a little.
Regular Ralph was better,
Yeah.
for sure. But Ralph Wrecks the Internet was pretty good.
Yeah, it was
I
really
like the Grand Theft Auto, the
sequels
nod
go.
to Grand Theft Auto.
I honestly don't even know what I was going to say.
I'm sorry,
I
go
was
ahead.
trying to-
Go
I was
ahead,
trying to
You
increase my...
represent real gamers, I think is what you're trying to say.
I was trying to inflate my logos, like
Yeah.
my background,
Your knowledge, yeah.
my knowledge of, But now I don't know what I'm talking about.
And we brought you back
I
down
know.
to earth.
And then you guys demeaned me pretty hard.
Wait, how do we demean you?
You haven't played this. You haven't played this. You haven't played this. Why did you play this?
You're calling yourself a real gamer?
Yeah.
You haven't even played Clash of Clans?
I can't even remember. I think I was going to say something to the effect of, even though I don't play, I recognize that Candy Crush is a monster moneymaker.
Yeah.
My wife's been playing that game for years and years and years and years.
The only issue I have with mobile games, some mobile games, some are better than others, but like the mobile, and I think the part that a lot of gamers, we'll call them traditional gamers,
Well, yeah. Should we make a name for ourselves now?
real gamers,
Superior?
superior gamers, yeah,
is the
superior
correct
gamers,
term.
and then mobile gamers. No, I think what a lot of, are we call it superior gamers?
Yeah, let's just say that.
Is they see the mobile marketplace, like the trend, like the Diablos, right? Which, by the way, Diablo is 100 yards past like the worst one I've ever seen. Diablos is pretty bad, but I think
as far as what, like
monetization, yeah.
Okay.
I think the reason non-mobile gamers or superior gamers,
Thank you.
yeah, have that bad taste of mobile gaming is because you see a lot of the monetization of mobile coming into superior gaming.
Okay, thank you.
And I think, and don't get me wrong, there's a lot of mobile games out there that do, the monetization is just, it's terrible. You know what I mean? It sucks. It encourages you to pay consistently to play the game, and that
Candy
part,
Crush,
that
actually.
part does suck. But it's just so popular. Like, what do you do? You know? Hey, I'll say this: if Candy Crush pays the bills for a good Diablo 4. Am I against it or am I okay with it? You know what I mean?
The problem
Is it bleeds into Diablo 4. Yeah.
The monetization format has been starting to bleed into other games. Although,
and that's what superior gamers are frustrated with.
I'm going to give us a little credit here. We're very good at getting pissed off.
It's true.
We are very loud and outspoken when it comes to that kind of stuff. Which, you know,
even when we're wrong. I'm just going to throw that out there.
No, but it's interesting going back to the article, David. I think we talked about this when the acquisition was initially taking place. Yeah. We did mention that. I actually think I mentioned that it was King that's what the purchase was essentially. Happening for. So.
Yeah, to continue on, here's what Phil Spencer says. If Xbox continues to ignore mobile gaming, then that persistent trend could become detrimental for the brand as a whole. That's just the place where if we don't gain relevancy as a gaming brand, talking about mobile gaming, over time, the business will become untenable. So it's key to the future.
And that's what he's saying. So I always thought, and maybe I'm crazy, that Microsoft's push to cloud gaming is their iteration of mobile gaming. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And am I incorrect in thinking that? So is he wanting to go further than that, it sounds like?
Yeah. I think when Candy Crush brings in more than all of Activision Blizzard, yeah.
Yeah, but here's the fine line that they need to consider. And a lot of businesses just don't care, which we've seen. We've seen that they just straight up don't care as long as they make money. How do you not offend your current player base? Because Microsoft originally, before Phil Spencer was on, the first EA with the Xbox One was, we're going to take this gaming platform and make it not a gaming platform. That's the message that they accidentally gave.
Sure. Yeah.
Now, with our audience, I know you want to say something. Sorry. Yeah. With superior gamers, with us, we don't like Jordan. We don't like change. You don't like change.
No, I don't like change.
You don't like change. How do you make a move like that without alienating your entire player base, and look at the structure that had to take place, all the shifts and stuff when Microsoft made a move like that originally. We're going to make it an entertainment console, which ironically it eventually became. It eventually became what they were wanting it to become, and people were okay with it gradually.
Yeah.
But when they start saying that, we have flags that start going, We do not like the free. A lot of us don't like the free to play mobile style of monetization, and that's what pisses us off. Is when the like Diablo Immortal, for example. That game in itself is it's a game that was a standalone continuation of the story that is not on a PC or a console. Mm-hmm. And that was very scary for us to deal with.
I think a lot.
Like we did not like that.
Yeah, but I think
the monetization on there really, I mean, we joke about it all the time, but Blizzard made a crap ton of money
in a day.
Yeah.
So
I think
more than Call of Duty.
I think the money they made in that day paid for like the development of like the past 4 games. Like it was crazy amount of money they made in a day.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, but
I think largely when you look back at Xbox becoming a media console, because they were not wrong.
Yeah, but that move, the Diablo Immortal move, amongst many other things, it was a cascading avalanche of bad publicity that was going on with that company that tarnished their brand. Diablo Immortal tarnished Blizzard's brand, whether you like it or not. It hurt their image with us.
Yeah, you've just got to do it.
Non-mobile gamers.
Yeah, you've got to do it correctly. That's
to be fair.
But then again, we think it's wrong, but was it wrong?
Because that made so much money. That's why. But let's say Microsoft makes. I mean, they're obviously not going to. They're not going to just leave us by the wayside because we are their. You know, we pay for the hardware. We're an important part of their business structure, I guess. People that pay them money.
I guess,
you know. But they have to not make the E3 mistake.
That's messaging to me.
Has Microsoft ever been good at messaging?
They've been better.
Really?
Recently.
What about Halo Infinite's launch?
That was not good.
Pretty bad.
Yeah, that was not good. But I mean, they're also not at the E3, Xbox One E3 messaging, which was terrible.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just saying they have a pedigree and history of not.
Yeah, I wonder why is that? Why do you think they suck at messaging?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they don't hire from the right colleges.
That's actually maybe.
Well,
What colleges is the wrong college?
Well, you know how like
Harvard?
Well, no, like you know how like
MIT?
like top law firms like they hire from Harvard, right? You know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I would not hire MIT graduates to run my community department.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like
maybe the problem is that they're hiring people from college.
Here, I'm thinking of the best gaming companies with their messaging.
Sony. I mean, Sony has fantastic messaging. Nintendo does too.
Well, Nintendo just doesn't care what you think about them.
That's the key, right? We've talked about this before.
Well, I think of like Rockstar. They just don't say anything.
Yeah.
Sometimes silence is the best answer. You hate me? If I don't say anything, you can't respond. Right?
Yeah. Well, I think he's being pretty careful with his wording here because it sounds like they just want to be more relevant. In the mobile
kind of
space.
is not. So,
really? Yeah, okay.
If you scroll down,
let's go to the next paragraph.
Says, here's what he says. Yes, the idea that Activision is all about the Call of Duty on console is a construct that might get created by our console competitor and maybe some players out there. Spencer later went on to say that he was not referring to Nintendo, insinuating that Sony is to blame for the increased speculation.
Hey, man, I know Phil and Nintendo are...
They're tight.
They're close. They're golf
He's
buddies.
got a switch on the back.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, in his office.
We all know who he was talking about.
There.
But who he was talking about did dominate last week with God of War, we have to admit.
Yeah, how is that?
That game's phenomenal.
Phenomenal, huh? I kind of want to play the first one, but people keep promising me PlayStation.
Oh, yeah. I'll bring it over tomorrow or something.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Could you?
You should play. You should finish it on Thanksgiving.
Yes. That's a good idea.
Anyway, continue.
Anyways, it's an interesting discussion, and I think that it's something. The gaming landscape, we've said this before. I've said this is changing, And it will
Well-
look completely different in the next 5 years than it does the previous 5 years.
Here we
Game
go.
Pass-
This
Game
is
Pass alone.
I know, but here's the thing. This is me. I'm an ignorant person, right? I just don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't understand. There's way too many dollar signs in front of all these businesses.
The billions.
I'm just an idiot. So
Yes.
yeah. That said, I would much rather play games on my console and my PC.
Yeah. Well, I think
I'm that person.
I
I
don't-
do not play games on my phone. I just don't.
Mine is because of screen size. I can't deal with that small.
Yeah, well,
screen
I don't
size.
think mobile gaming is going away anytime soon. I don't know. I think there's a world where they can coexist peacefully.
But what if there was a game created that did appeal to you that was on mobile? Like,
Well, think about it. The
I think
Switch
that's
is
just
mobile
what's
gaming.
done right now. Mobile games are largely seen as like time wasters.
There are a lot of
I'm
games-
sitting in the meeting room here. I got time to waste. I'm just gonna crack this out.
This is how much of an idiot I am. There are mobile games that have appealed to me very good. Like
Hearthstone?
a lot.
FTL.
Yeah. Well, FTL's on PC.
Yeah, but wasn't it on mobile? As
I think it's
well?
everywhere
It
now.
was? Yeah, I believe so. Maybe.
I think Skyrim's everywhere now too.
I think Skyrim is on mobile. Yeah, that's true.
I just don't do it because
Fair enough. Fair
I
enough.
just
You're a boomer.
yeah. Okay. I'll wear that badge with pride because I like a controller and I like my mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, but Xbox, not to be like a doomsayer, but Xbox is not going to drop the entire console division and just strictly focus on mobile. I think they're going to do what Nintendo's doing.
I think.
And when I say Nintendo, I don't mean like get a handheld console. What Nintendo is doing is they're bringing their IPs to the mobile platform. So there's Mario Run, which is only available on mobile,
Yeah.
but it's built for mobile. There's Pokemon Go.
That's a smart way. That's a smart way to
There's
do
the
it.
new
I agree.
There's the new Pikmin, which is strictly for. It's not like here's Pikmin 2 now on mobile.
I
No,
agree.
it's Pikmin developed for mobile. It's they're bringing their well-known IPs to the mass public.
Smacking them on a mobile phone.
Like my wife loves playing Pokemon Go. We play together, right? It's like I'm playing the new Pokemon Scarlet
really?
right
You
now.
play Pokemon
you
Go
know?
together?
Yeah, I play Pokemon Go all the time. You should see my walking.
It's good, huh?
Yeah,
Solid.
I walked a couple kilometers this week.
Nice.
Yeah, but no, I think the way Nintendo doing it is very smart, and I can't speak for Mario Run, the mobile Mario, but Pokemon Go, there is some monetizations. Like, okay, I can see how you're encouraging me to play, but it's not Diablo Immortal. Like, it's
Well,
not
see,
terrible.
that's
You know
the
what I
thing.
mean?
That style. It's almost as if IPs I like let's say God of War, says the next iteration of his story is mobile exclusive. We're gonna have just by moving into the mobile arena, you're going to have developers going, okay, now we can just steal all their money. We're going to put all this in this, and we're going to make the jewels look the exact same, except this costs $10 more. You know, it's mobile is a monetization
Yeah. Well, that's
crazy
why,
house.
That's why I think Nintendo's doing it well. Like, somewhat well.
Fairness,
Like, I know that.
in
I know
fairness,
there's that.
It's because it's so easy to buy stuff on mobile, especially now with
Yeah.
Apple Pay and Google Pay and all. Like,
I mean-
double click, looks at my face, boom, I've purchased it. I got to think about
I don't know,
it.
but like I get what you're saying because that's kind of what Diablo did. So like if you're a lore junkie, you're kind of like wanting to play. But
and
that's
it
why
worked.
but that's
That's
why
what
I think
sucks for
that-
us.
That's why I think Nintendo is doing a decent job. I don't want to say like, well, I don't know. They're doing I mean, I guess there's that Pokemon Showdown game, which is basically a MOBA, but with Pokemon characters. I guess that one is pretty intense on its monetization. I've not played it. The only one I've really played is Pokemon Go.
Everybody's shouting out Marvel Snap, which I have looked into because I've looked into different card games, and I know Marvel Snap's a big deal, but everyone's saying it's fantastic.
Yeah.
And it's on mobile as well. But it's also on PC. It's also on web, right? PC. Let's take us.
It's very, but back to the article. I get Microsoft's perspective, and I get Phil's perspective.
Yeah, money.
Yeah, Well, yeah.
But eyeballs, too.
Eyeballs?
Yeah.
Like more eyes on your games.
More eyes on all of your games, yeah. On your
It's
subscription
just-
service. What if mobile games are included in your Game Pass?
It's just another thing where you see the world just destroying itself, and you're like, oh, great. Now
Well,
I'm going to
I
have
mean-
to play the next Diablo game on my damn phone.
Hey, look,
Said
in all due
like
respect,
a true boomer.
I would, yeah, but I would like to say this. Look what Pokemon Go did for the world.
That's true. Yeah.
Given there was a lot of like trespassing that first couple weeks when it came out, which was not good, but a lot of people were outside. There were no more. There was like no selfies for like a week.
It's
you know what I mean? Like a lot of people were just walking.
Everyone
outside,
was playing that game,
getting fresh air.
Everyone.
Were they
Yes,
talking
like
to
I said,
people, or
yes.
were they looking at their
They're
phone?
like, hey, where's the best place to go?
Yeah, where's the gym?
Dude,
Yeah,
right
yeah,
down-
no. I was
right
like,
down
hey,
the
are you doing
street.
this right? Are you doing
Right
this
down
right? I
the
was going to
street.
do it. Yeah, no,
Nod to each other.
it was like a community. Now, there was some trespassing and going into emergency rooms that, as a sane person, you shouldn't do.
Crazy people.
Yeah, don't be
Crazy.
stupid.
Yeah, crazy people.
But yeah, other than that,
Anyways, great discussion. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out.
We're gonna see a big shift, I think,
Yeah, I agree.
and it's just because money talks.
Money does talk.
yeah. But would you
And I like
drop
the way it sounds.
like as much as Candy Crush makes? Would
Yeah.
you drop Call of Duty on the console? I mean, that's still
No, because it's still they all
Because
make
it's
money.
still a moneymaker,
They all
you know
make
what I
money.
mean?
It's
Yeah.
just having more of it.
But it's just
It's just having
No.
yeah.
no. It is resources being dedicated elsewhere that scares me.
no, but okay.
Let's be honest, those
How much
resources aren't,
resources do you think it takes to make Candy Crush? These are like 10-man studios in an office somewhere. Like that's what's mind blowing.
I believe it's in a yacht somewhere.
That's what's mind blowing. Is it doesn't take a lot of resources?
Is it the Hearthstone team like 9 people?
So it's
gotta be.
So
Yeah.
it's like all upside.
I don't know. It's just something else.
Also, let's have this discussion. Was Diablo Immortal not a success? Because if you think about it, like,
It was a success.
yeah, it was a success.
But it was damaging to the
See,
It was
okay.
damaging to the developer IP. But it's still monetarily. It's short term success. Long term, I would say not a success.
I wonder-
see,
I wonder if it's still
almost,
making money.
No, but well, yeah, of course it is. I would almost think the opposite because they just take the initial hit up front, and then everybody's still excited for Diablo 4. It's making $1 million per day.
It's still making $1 million per day. Wait, we got to go more recent. My bad. That's as of July. So
No, but you know what I'm saying? Because like so far, everything they've said with Diablo 4 and from what they've shown us, I'm pretty hyped about. Right? I mean, Blizzard has, rammed me hard in the past, over and over again.
okay.
But I'm still excited for Diablo 4. So that's what I'm saying. Like, do they take the short term media? Because how many people are still talking about how
So
terrible Diablo
it's
is
made
while
over-
still playing Overwatch?
it's
You know
made
what I
a
mean? Like,
total
it's
of
just-
$300 million in revenue. Oh my! As of November 3rd.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it just paid for Diablo 4.
That's what I'm saying. Like it doesn't.
It's up there. One of the most popular mobile games, Raid Shadow Legends, made record earnings in 2001, reaching 370.
Yeah. Raid Shadow Legends is hilarious because it's like on every advertisement ever.
Yeah, isn't Raid? I heard it's really good though. So I
Yeah,
heard that,
I've never-
the way you do it is you're like, it's AFK training of your characters to then go battle, which is a cool concept. I don't know. I'm speaking. Someone right now is like, you guys don't even play this game. I'll have to check that one out. So for instance, if you make a movie, the only thing that matters about the movie is if that movie makes money. And if it makes money, it's a success.
Well,
Yeah, Disney's proved that actually, like multiple
No.
times.
Yeah.
not necessarily.
Because if it doesn't
depends
make
on your
money,
perspective.
if it doesn't make money, you're not making another one.
If it makes enough money,
Enough. Okay. It depends how much that costs. That's a good point.
okay. Like there are movies that have not done well that are good movies.
I'm downloading Raid right now.
Considering
Raid Shadow Legends.
I mean, if you're David, I know, I get it, and I understand. I understand the moves and the discussion. It's almost as if we're being primed to, just so you know, if we stay doing just consoles, we're not gonna progress. That's basically what he's saying. If we stay,
Well, he
as
says
we
the
are-
market share has been captured. We can't expand the market. Like that's what he's saying, and you'll be left out.
Yeah.
I wonder if Sony is thinking about making any pushes into mobile, or if they have. I mean, I'm not as up to date on Sony as I am the other two consoles, but I'd be curious.
Well, yeah, consoles and PCs aren't going anywhere. It's just, I just don't want my IPs that I like going somewhere where I'm not going to play them.
All right, let's take a super chat. We got one from DJ Hero. He says, do you guys think Microsoft's quote-unquote delayed Starfield Redfall, they delayed it on purpose to help with getting through regulators easier, saying Bethesda has no exclusives?
No, I think they delayed it because they can't have another Halo, and God of War is destroying right now. Like if you release Starfield against something like in this holiday season against something like a God of War, and you have bugs and bad press, like you like it's another why does Xbox do it? You know what I mean?
They didn't want to cyberpunk it.
Yeah. No. I don't think. Yeah. No, I think personally, I mean that maybe right. Who knows? But I think it's legit. Like they want it to try and be a good launch. You need the good press. You know.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I really think.
Well, if the game sucks,
I really think
make it not suck.
Yeah.
And you need time to do that.
No, I agree. I think it
Time.
really comes down to they have to nail it. And they want to nail it. And this, I mean, Phil Spencer says he wants this game to be one of their biggest games ever.
Yeah.
So,
And you need time for that.
Yeah.
time and money.
And I'm not saying
And
that game's going to suck.
And
but-
where do you get that money from? Candy Crush.
Yep. Yeah, I am a boomer. I am pretty sure.
Let's
like you, everybody. I don't care how old or young you are.
sure.
Everyone reaches a point in their life where they just get more and more fed up. And I'm gonna tell you the point when you realize you're getting fed up, and it's not really even related. It's when you get home from work and your pants come off.
Oh yeah, the Goldberg effect.
It's the Goldberg effect.
Yeah.
That is when you're now on the down. You're at the point in your life when you're just fed up and you just want to be comfortable.
Yeah.
The Costanza with his outfit, you know,
The velvet.
the velvet outfit,
Just
and
giving up on life.
that's when I think boomeritis.
Yeah, when you just don't care.
It's not. You just don't care. It's just
The
getting more
Murray
and more
Goldberg
fed
effect.
up.
That's
and-
right. Drew Stenick. Did he die?
The actor?
The actor?
Oh, that would be sad if he did.
Oh, I
That'll
think he
be a
did.
downer. I don't want to know about that. Thanks, chat. Anyways,
Yes.
it's when your pants come off. That's when you know. That's when you know you don't want to play. You're just fed up with mobile games. You're reading something? Do I need to fill airtime? So, anyways.
Sorry, I'm reading all. Yeah, sorry. I think the real Murray Goldberg died. But
Oh, gotcha.
Because it's based on.
It's based on.
Anyways, I could be wrong though. Not
Yep.
life. Yeah, in the show. Yeah. Okay, let's take one of our mailbags here, and then we'll move into some Call of Duty because we got a lot of Call of Duty to talk about. Because you guys are talking about that DMZ, and you're making me want DMZ,
Yeah, Dims.
DZMs, as well as DMX.
I'm liking DMZ.
Rose City Gamer writes in and says, "Hey bros, I watched the Midnight Suns live stream and wow, looks awesome. This game is now my most anticipated game of the year. How about you, bros?" So we did watch a little bit of it. If you remember, Midnight Sun is the Marvel turn-based
It gave a lot of XCOM
game,
vibes.
XCOM-ish
Yeah.
vibes, and it looks
It has
freaking cool.
different stuff, but
It comes out
XCOM
December
was-
2nd, so that's exciting. It's very exciting. So if you type in developer stream, it'll pull up there. Yeah, it looks really good.
No, I'm really excited. We're getting into that point of the year where just everything's coming out. We got the new Dark Tide game that I'm excited for, not next week, but the week after, and then shortly after that, you got Midnight Suns. It's going to be another busy Christmas.
Very busy, very very busy Christmas.
No, but I am excited for Midnight Suns. It looks like a cool take. I like the XCOM vibes that it's
Giving
giving me.
Marvel
Yeah.
superheroes.
I love those.
I hope it's on Game
games a
Pass.
lot. Yeah. What was the question?
Just it's his game. It's his most anticipated game.
When does this
Game of the year,
release?
December 2nd.
December 2nd. So not far away.
Not far away.
That's
at all.
like 3 weeks.
I know that's not far at all.
That's 2 weeks.
Next week is Thanksgiving. Which, by the way, are we doing a show next week?
No. Right?
We normally do one on Black Friday, but I'll be out of town, so no.
All right. No show next week, everybody.
We could do it on Wednesday.
No, I don't want to do it on Wednesday.
I have a lot of food prep
Yeah,
to do.
I
I'm
just-
cooking turkeys, you know.
All right. Well, this is your Thanksgiving special, everyone.
Yeah.
Right
Are we
here.
doing the show though? Like really, or
Or are we at that point where we're fed up
our pants are off right
and
now?
we're just like, no, we're not doing it on Thanksgiving?
Do we normally? I'll have to look back. What do we normally do?
We'll
I think
figure it out.
I think the only weeks we usually skip are Christmas to New Year.
I think that's it. I think we normally.
But
do
why don't
the
we add Thanksgiving in this year?
I think we normally do the Thanksgiving.
Because I can't do it early and you're going to be gone Friday. So
Yeah, but we could do a Saturday.
We could.
Why don't we do it Wednesday night?
I can't.
Why?
I'm doing stuff Wednesday.
What are you
night.
doing?
Family stuff.
What?
With my white in-laws.
Are you?
Yes.
Are you though?
Dude, you are grilling him.
Yeah, I think he's lying. That's why. I think you're lying to me.
Yes, I am.
You just got done complaining about your in. Sorry, if that's an inside joke because in-laws are here in chat. He really wasn't complaining about it. We'll figure it out. I think we normally do a Thanksgiving one.
Yeah.
Well, let's leave it up to
Let's leave it up to a vote.
If you want us to do a Thanksgiving episode, hit the like button.
Hit the like
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. Any
No, Midnight Suns? Yeah, I think it looks good.
No, yeah.
December 2nd, very much excited for it. Outside of that, I mean, I think we'll just wait and see. It's definitely my style. I also think I could do a better job than she did. Just saying.
Shut up, dude.
It was very awkward.
Yeah, that's okay. Well, I mean, we're
Also, I want guns like that guy. He's built.
So David is
He's
looking at
stacked.
the stream right now, and that's
Yeah.
what he's communicating for
that
the
dude is
listening.
stacked.
He looks like a Marvel
They
superhero.
hired Thor for this game. That's Thor's brother.
He must have been Thor's character model.
Thor's brother, Ragnar. Yeah, look how good this looks, though. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, the card system is really unique. It's going to be interesting. I'm excited for it too.
Yeah, this could be a mobile game.
It is anticipated. Was it who asked the question?
Rose City Gamer.
Rose City. It is anticipated for me as well.
Most anticipated?
I don't know. I'm really excited for Dark Tide, and that does come a couple days
He
sooner.
mentioned it before the show.
Yeah,
he really did.
But I am excited for this as well.
Yeah.
And you know what else excites me?
Give it to me.
DMZ.
Oh, DMZ. Let's jump into some DMZ. Explain for everybody that doesn't know what we're talking about. Why don't you explain what Call of Duty
big
DMZ
week
is?
this week in Call of Duty launched Warzone 2.0, which is Warzone 2, basically. And they also launched a new game mode called DMZ, which is their game mode version of an extraction shooter. Think of something like Escape from Tarkov or Hunt Showdown, which are like the two best ones out there, in my opinion. Yep. Now, before we get into it, it is not Tarkov and it is not Hunt Showdown. It is definitely a Call of Duty game first. But that being said, they do make a lot of steps, and you can actually tell. And this is what I like about games. Like, you can tell that effort went into this.
Unlike mobile games.
Oh, man. That's harsh.
Well, am I false?
Yeah, effort goes into mobile games.
Well, how much effort? Enough effort?
Yeah.
Okay, Jordan, go back to the DMZ.
Taking your money is not easy.
That's a good point.
So it's an extraction, high risk shooter. Like you go in, loot and shoot, basically.
Yeah.
And no, it's really really fun. I've already been upset at this game several times, which means it's doing its job.
Yeah, that's it.
Because Tarkov really pisses you off quite a bit. I mean, Jordan's lost a couple guns on disconnects, just like Tarkov. Pretty great.
Yeah, I think that's the most frustrating part. You're like, all right, well, there goes those three guns.
There are. I mean, it's. They're considering this a beta, which actually I'm okay with considering it a beta because it shows that they're going to gradually be improving it.
And that's what I like as well. Like I feel like because they called it a beta, they're committed to it in a sense. But the other part is, like I said, you can tell, like, just this base game, there's actually a lot of features within the game itself. Like, not only do you have you have 3 factions that you can do missions for and earn unlocks, and we'll talk about the unlocks in a little bit. But that's like the outside menu. When you're in the game, there's actually a lot of little mini missions within the game that are just fun to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It feels like they put a lot of effort into this game. I don't think it's perfect, and I think there is room for an improvement.
There's actually a lot of room for improvement. And even Rip City Raider in chat is saying how many bots there are, and the AI in this game, they're strange.
Well,
because sometimes, I mean, in Tarkov, the AI is crazy sometimes, and it's not crazy sometimes, but there's only like 12 of them.
yeah.
And this, randomly, you're going to get like 50,000 people just spawning random, not people, but AI in weird locations, and it's just it's
that's
overwhelming.
That's I think where because remember I've been telling you like this all week. I would tell you after a match, I'm like I don't know if I like or dislike the amount of AI because like I don't know if I felt it out enough yet. Because it's just it does seem weird. So like Mark was saying, you load into this match, you get put into a random spot on the map, and then there's other real players. So there's potential for PvP, and then there's AI scattered throughout the map. So there's and that's where I think it becomes Call of Duty because I think they're going for a high octane always action, and that's not what these games are necessarily about, right? Like that's not really like. Tarkov,
that's what Warzone is for.
Yeah, Tarkov and Hunt Showdown, like they have that high octane action moments, but there's also those kind of like moments of in between sneaking, kind of that building up that suspense. The anticipation, which is a part of the game that makes it fun. Now, like I said, I'm still filling out the AI. At times, it does feel like they're spawning weird. Like, for example, we go in, we kill some AI, and then all of a sudden we hear our dude on the radio, hey, there's more incoming, and you can see a helicopter. I'm okay with that. The helicopter coming in, because we usually just blow the helicopter up before it even lands.
And then they drop a whole bunch of
gear and stuff. People, But sometimes it seems like they're spawning behind us, or like we're pulling in the whole... there's times when it seems odd.
Well, after a certain amount of time, the gas will start pushing people away from specific parts of the map, and you need to extract on helicopters. If you don't, you're dead. What I find funny, and I think I like this, is how the AI runs from the smoke. And so, or the gas that's spread, I think it's radiation in this game. It's spreading, and so you see a ton of like, I don't know if it was a bug or not, but there's a lot of AI running, and you do not want to. It's almost worth extracting early, so you don't have to deal with 50 AI running away from the radiation, all concentrated into one location. You know?
Yeah, well, I'm almost wondering if it's beneficial to even have the AI reinforcements come in. You know what I mean? Like, I guess. Well, like I said, it's not Tarkov, so I don't want to compare it to Tarkov. Like, for example, Tarkov has a much smaller map. Like, this is basically the Warzone map, Al Mazrah, and I think it might even be a little bit smaller. I don't know if it's the full map or not, but I think is it 60 players, something like that? Anywhere between 40 to 60 real players that drop into a DMZ in a match. So I think, I don't know, I'm leaning towards the reason there's so much AI is because the map is so big and they want you to always have that action, right? That's the appeal to Call of Duty is that constant action. But I don't think in this type of game mode you need that. And I'm not saying they need to make changes. I do need to play more and kind of feel out the AI, and the first week is always that learning period. You know what I mean? We're trying to learn and understand the game and get all the nuances. So I just there are times when the AI feels off.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100% agree. Yeah.
Now, things I like.
Yeah.
There is a lot of high intensity action and suspense
and quests
and quests and stuff. We enjoy doing the quests. But one thing I love, and we talked about it before this came out, if you unlock a weapon or a nameplate or let's say a weapon charm or whatever, if you unlock it and extract out of DMZ with that, it carries across all three of the multiplayers, Warzone, cool. DMZ, and
that's cool.
Warzone, DMZ, and regular multiplayer are the three.
So what's cool about that is if you interact with another team and they have a fully kitted gun, you kill them like real players, and you take their kit. Essentially, they're fully modded M4. I don't care whatever gun it is.
Yeah,
it's fully modded. You take it out, you now have access to that gun and all the mods.
The mods that were on it.
The mods that were on it,
yeah.
Correct. So it's a really rewarding way to want to extract, because you're going to have all the kit that you just took in now on the rest of the game and outside of the modes, which is very important for this.
To give you another example, like the RPK, a lot of enemies have the RPK, so it's an easy one to get. Someone can correct me. The RPK is unlocked at like somewhere between level 30 and 40 in the regular multiplayer. Like, it's not an initial gun. You have to unlock it. But like Mark said, if you pick it up from an enemy and you extract with it, he now has it. He doesn't have to level up to whatever that level unlock was. He automatically has it, which is good. And don't try and say it's not a good thing. That is a good thing. That brings value to DMZ. Yeah, that gives you that high risk, high reward. That's what these game modes are.
Which brings more players.
Yeah.
Why are players saying they don't like that?
No. I'm just saying that you should like it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you what to like.
Yeah, like it. So I think that is an incredible feature. That's really good. I hope they add more. There's even. I do know some players are a little bit upset. I've not seen like huge rants, and I get where they're coming from. But because I like these style of game modes, I like this. But there's I think it's the M13. It's one of the new assault rifles. It's only obtainable if you extract with it in DMZ. So
And you have to kill a
that
boss to
vault,
get it.
that's very vigor.
There's a lot of Vigor concepts in this.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
they've
Like the
they've-
radiation and
they've
stuff.
pulled from Vigor and they've pulled from
Tarkov and even a
So
little
is
hunt.
it- So let me ask you this then: was that where you would put it in the middle? Because vigor is too simplified, I think, for long-term gameplay. Like you burn out pretty quick.
This is probably on the simplified side.
Yeah.
But is it more in depth than vigor? You know what I mean? Like, so
I
is
think
it
there's more to
less
do.
than Tarkov, but more than vigor.
So in Vigor, all you had was a safe and like a drop.
yeah, and the drop honestly didn't matter.
Yeah, this like when we're watching gameplay, when he zooms out on the map, there is a gazillion things to do in the map itself. Like you're looking at stormholds, which you need to loot a key card.
Strongholds.
Strong-
But Stormhold does sound better.
Strongholds,
Yeah,
sorry.
it does. They might add that. It's a beta.
The stronghold. So those are the icons. What those are is you need a key card that you loot from a body of somebody, or you can
Buy it in game.
buy it in the map that you're on, and you go in and there's a lot of good loot and good weapons in that.
All right.
But you also have in Tarkov, you have quests from the therapist, from which you have quests that reward you for certain things if you do those quests from people outside of the game, essentially. And this, it's the same concept. There are 3 factions that give you quests to do in game. Some of those are like take over a SAM site and that SAM site will shoot down a plane, and then that will drop loot.
And by the way, how you capture a SAM site, you actually see the SAM like turn target and fire missiles
Fire the
in
plane.
real time.
So
That's cool.
yeah, like it's really cool.
So there's a lot of stuff like that. So there's outside questing that you have to do while in the game, which forces people to encounter certain things. Go to the SAM sites, for example. There's a bunch of quests, and as you do those quests, you unlock other things in the game. So there's a decent progression system going on that keeps the carrot on the
And
stick.
it's one death.
They have a down mechanic, so if you get downed, your teammate can heal you. But if you're all downed, you're done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well,
But when I'm
you can
down, do I die if I'm not revived
you
within
have
a certain time?
you can buy from they have stores,
in-game store?
the in-game store in the map itself. If the more you do, the more you make money, and then you can buy kits and stuff. You can buy a bigger backpack, etc. You can get a self-revive kit and you can revive yourself. But you can, if your teammate is up, they can always revive you
Yeah.
in this mode.
So like these guys on the ground, let's say these were probably bots, but
So this guy's at a stronghold right now. So see how
Yeah.
it's locked?
Yeah.
He doesn't have a key to unlock
Oh,
it
okay.
yet. But what were you saying?
but let's say
Sorry.
let's say there's a guy that he encounters right now, another player, and he downs him, that might be a player, I don't know. But let's say he downs him right there. He can still be revived if that guy leaves this building.
Yes,
If
your
his friend comes and
teammates-
gets him.
If
So
your
like,
teammate,
okay, so that
See
guy's
right here.
down, but now can I finish him off?
Yes.
That's his team. That's his teammate.
Yeah, that's his
Oh,
teammate.
okay.
But yes, that teammate can be finished off
Completely.
And even when you're finished off completely, like not in the
So
down state.
watch how fast he's reviving, and that takes what, like 8 seconds. If you're in the down state, it would take like 30.
Or the not down state,
Or
like
the-
the
like
like
the
the
down
out,
dead
the
state.
out.
So you
yeah,
s-
dead state.
As long as you still have a teammate, things are still possible.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah,
Which
because it feels
It just takes
because what
longer.
it doesn't have from like a Tarkov and even a Vigor is it still has that Call of Duty
it's
twitch.
it's a Call of Duty game first,
Ye-
right?
yeah.
And I think that's what they were going for, which isn't a bad thing. And that's what we'll kind of get into. Is that this is where I think they can make some improvements.
This is like an MMO for Call of Duty. Is what it more feels like with
if
all the
the- if-
strongholds.
If their inventory system was more extensive,
Sure.
maybe
That-
that argument might be
yeah.
taking place, which is something that I would like them to see be improved, because one of the things about Tarkov that's really addictive is, let's say you find a bigger backpack, or you find that M4 that's kitted. Yes, you can bring that gun in and lose it, but the backpack, you're forced to bring that backpack in on your next raid, which I don't like, because some raids I want to go in thick, I want to go in heavy, and some raids I want to go in light, and I want to save
and
that.
you do a couple side things, get in and out, and just
Look at everything. Look at that map, though.
There's a lot to do. Well, just to give you an example, kind of going back to the mini quests, this is how you know effort went into this, because this is cool. So the SAM sites are really cool too, but we picked up just a standard. We call them phone quests, right? Because they're phone icons. Anyway, so we just picked up a regular quest, and it was like, hey, go take this, go grab a package. So we grabbed the package, and then it says, put it on this boat and take this boat to point B, right? So we all got in the boat, and we're like, all right, we're headed to point B. This is awesome. And then an attack helicopter spawned in and started chasing us, because that's a part of the mission.
Wow.
Like, so it's like, and it actually beat us down pretty hard. It was a really upsetting match, because we didn't expect that to happen.
Another thing that happens too, when somebody, so this team we just watched just did that stronghold, okay? When they unlock the door on the stronghold, other people in the area get a notification that this team is doing a stronghold.
This is cool.
So you're going to have other players go in and try to take your
I've just been sitting here listening to you guys and watching this gameplay, because I've not jumped into it at all. I've not watched any gameplay on it at all. And this to me, granted, I have no experience in the game, so I'm speaking from just hearing you and seeing this. It feels like this is like the next evolution of shooters.
Well, this game mode is becoming more and more popular,
but not quite
shooters,
Tarkov.
Right? It's Tarkov for the masses.
Yeah. Tarkov for the masses. And like I said, it does have this very, like, look how big the maps are.
Yeah.
And with all the stuff to do, it has this PvP MMO-esque feel to it. Like, I don't know how to explain that. Like, there's just so much to do.
Well, and like I said, this is where Mark talked a little bit about it, but like coming into the improvements, like the thing that makes Tarkov and Hunt, I think those are the two best ones of this genre.
Showdown. Well, they're not quite the same though, but
they are. They're
risk.
Yeah, they are.
Risk.
Okay. Yeah. The thing that makes Tarkov and Hunt so fun for me is not only the in-game mechanics, but the out-of-game mechanics as well. Now, I'm not saying you need to go full Tarkov, have a market or whatever, but I think Mark's right. So when you first load into a character, your character always has a backpack and a plate carrier, which is you have a one plate that you can put on. The max is 3.
Your armor.
Yeah, your armor. So you have one plate carrier that you start out with by default, like whenever you die or whatever, and then you have a small backpack, and then you can get a medium backpack and a large backpack. Mark's right. I wish they would I wish they would change the loot system, or the stash system is what we'll call it, because right now your stash is essentially your guns. You have 20 slots for all your guns, which is great. Guns are like the main draw to these types of games. Same in Tarkov, like guns are really good. But if I find a big backpack in a match, which you do, sometimes you'll kill someone, they'll drop it, or you'll find it in a stash. If I find a large backpack, I would still like to keep my small backpack and put it in a slot in my large backpack and take them both out. And then within my 20 slot inventory, and we'll get into this a little bit more, but within this 20 slot inventory that holds my guns, I'd like to put those backpacks there, as well as the different size plate carriers, because like you said, even in Tarkov, sometimes you want to go in heavy because you want to do some crazy raid stuff. Sometimes you want to go in light because you're like, look, I'm just looking for 2 flash drives. I want to go in, get in, do it quick, maybe get a couple kills, loot up a little bit, and get back out, right? Right now, they don't do that. It's just a gun thing. I think what they could do, and this is that addicting part, and even Tarkov does this as well, is you can add all that stuff to just have a general stash system for backpacks and plate carriers, Right now, there's only a 20 stash for all your guns. Let that be a mechanic of upgrades, right? That's how Tarkov does it. You upgrade
10.
10?
There's only 10 for your guns. You can only hold 10 guns.
I thought it was 20.
Oh, you probably, because you bought the game. I have the free game. Is there a difference?
We'll check when we get home. I thought it was 20.
Premiere mode. You got Tarkov.
I did, yeah. So on Tarkov, you can do this too. You can buy for the better version.
10.
I'll check when I get home. I thought it was 20. But I'll check. I'll double check.
I wonder if since you bought the game.
So maybe you can upgrade.
That's what Tarkov does. You buy the
$200 edition and you get the anyway. But that's what I'm saying. make stash be a progression system, because that's fun. Like, oh yes, like it's a progression system in games like Diablo as well. So I would like to see, since it's a beta, and this is just my opinion, I don't know if the greater Call of Duty community would like this or not, but I would like to see, I think this is a great base. Like they've really got something here. I would like to see a little bit more evolution of the out of game mechanics. I'd like to see, stash progression. And I would also like to see where we can actually
just sitting up there.
Yeah, there's some bugs. I mean, we can get into that. But I'd like to see being able to take out different, being able to take out a backpack. Maybe I don't want to be forced to bring in my big backpack, because all I'm doing is a small quest. I don't need to risk a big backpack for that.
I'm not gonna lie.
You know what I mean? Same with
it looks good. It's fun, huh?
Yeah, this is like
it's
doing things to me.
Yeah, that's good.
Now here's my theory.
Okay,
that's what I would like to see them do. I would like to see them do that stash system, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying, like, you don't need to add a flea market or anything like Tarkov has. Like,
and it doesn't have to be all Tetris-y either.
Like,
how many other people are in with you?
I think it's anywhere between like 40 to 60.
And are they constantly replenishing that, or does that?
No.
It's just like Vigor.
Okay.
You're in for, I think the time limit is 16 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
And once the timer hits 0, then there are certain parts of the map, not the outside in, but there are certain parts of the map that just start expanding radiation. And the extracts around the map are helicopters that you call them in 30 seconds they land, and then they take you off if you get in safely. Mm-hmm. They will not land in radiation. So you have to look at the map. If you're at that time limit, you have to look at the map and find the one that maybe they'll come in. And it gets more and more hectic because the AI, like I said, are running away from those zones, and it makes it a lot more complicated.
So Cooper made the comment in chat here. He says, I still think DMZ is the Dark Zone from Division.
Yeah, you can tell they've pulled influence from Dark Zone. They've obviously pulled influence from Hunt and Tarkov.
Well, DMZ pulled influence from Tarkov originally as well. So like you have that.
Oh, Dark Zone. Yeah, Dark Zone. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what, did I say it wrong?
Yeah, DMZ is Call of Duty. Dark Zone is...
Yeah, that's what the Division.
We know what you meant.
Wait, did Dark Zone... Was Tarkov out with...
Yeah,
Tarkov's been Division? Out for a long time. Yeah.
Tarkov has been in beta for like 11 years.
Yeah. And it's never getting out of beta.
It's developed in Unity. It'll be developed in Unity for years. That's just
Chosen Gringo says, I still want to see a Halo game mode like this.
I do too. I think
this is better than a...
Well, better is relative.
Yeah, I think this is
would this be funner in Halo? This or a Fortnite style, Apex style
battle royale.
You can do anything. Any game can do something like this. What makes these style of games fun is the high risk, the progression, and the rewards you get from extracting successfully, and then having a stash that you can bring in stuff that you can potentially lose.
That's what creates
gives you an edge.
That's what creates the risk.
Yeah.
I think for me, I'm just blown away at how much there is to do.
Well, and
it's almost
then the fact
play your own way too. You know what I mean? Like,
well, so I want to talk about the Chosen Gringo in chat said I've given up on COD and these type of games. I'm just not good enough. I'm all about RPGs now.
Yeah. I can relate.
Yeah. So a game like this allows a lot more freedom in style of play.
Can you come in solo?
I actually like going in solo. I like going in solo in Tarkov as well. And I got to tell you, a moment I had, which is really, really cool in this game, is they have regional VoIP. I don't know what localized VoIP where...
Yeah, proximity chat. It's great.
Thank you. That's it.
Every game should have proximity chat by default.
I'm by myself, and then I start hearing these guys just start yelling, they're over there across the street, and there's a firefight going on. I drop to the ground, I'm in a bush, and these guys are talking to each other, communicating all around me, and I can hear them, and they tell me where they're going. They're going up north to a stronghold, and I'm like, all right. I dodged the bullet. I'm alive, right? I could have taken the fight and died, but I had loot that I wanted to keep. I had a large backpack, etc. That makes this game very, very, very fun. And to the Chosen Gringo's point, you can choose to engage or you can choose to not engage. You can play this style of game much more how you want to it, rather than like a Warzone where it's you press the joystick forward and you shoot. And if you're not twitchy, if you're not positionally or twitchy have that prowess. If you're not better than the other guy, you're probably going to lose. This game is more. You can choose to play that way, but you can also choose to play stealthy and get your quests done, extract with the loot that you want, get the new gun, etc. You can go in after a firefight, which is actually what I did with those guys that were around me, and I took up some of the weapons that I did not have from the team that they killed, and then I was able to extract. I mean, I'm running solo, and you don't want to engage a team that just wrecked another team, you know?
Now, so in Tarkov and Vigor, like, sound is important. You talked about voice or proximity chat.
Proximity chat, yeah.
Is sound as important, though, as... Because these guys are flying.
Yeah, so this game's bugged.
We got lit up from people behind us, like right behind us. Now, yeah, they could have had the dead silence thing, but Call of Duty has had a problem with footsteps for a while, so I don't know if it was a footstep issue or maybe they had the perk dead silence, which makes them quiet. But I remember thinking, like, where did those guys come from? Yeah. They were like literally right behind us.
My mind is blown watching this because
you're not used to seeing a Call of Duty take this approach, which is actually really it's
good.
It's a good thing to have Call of Duty at least try to make something like this, and the fact that it's a beta tells me that they're dedicated into making things that we're complaining about or adding features or something. It's going to get more and more polished.
A game like this forces you to develop it while creating it.
And
honestly,
I hope they stick with this, right? The problem, and I'm going to jump over to Battlefield for a second. The problem with Battlefield is they built Firestorm in Battlefield 1. Yeah. Or was it 5? Battlefield 5? It was Battlefield 5. And there was a lot of good base mechanics there. But then after a week, they're like, oh, yeah, it's not that popular. And they gave up on it, right?
And it feels gimmicky, honestly.
Then going into Battlefield 2042, Hazard Zone. A lot of promise there. There wasn't much to keep the carrot on the stick there. And they give up on it. That's at least what it feels like.
I mean, it was the same, in all honesty, with Dark Zone. Dark Zone always felt like an add-on, and what you really need is it to be a standalone, not an add-on.
One of the things I had against Dark Zone is the loot you would get was not necessarily usable in the other modes.
Yeah.
It wasn't, everything you had was better, essentially.
Yeah.
And it was almost, in a way, self-contained. The fact that you can go into this and take out you get weapons that are only available in this mode that you can take into the other modes. You unlock things that you would not normally get until level 30, 40, etc.
Yeah.
And play it in any other game mode is one of the great appeals to this game, and I think that was a good move to do that.
It was. One, they do a good job just with their regular stuff. This game mode earns you experience for the battle pass, which is across all 3 modes. It earns you experience for your general progression, which is across all 3 modes. They have done a good job at interconnecting their game modes,
and
especially
you said, Jordan,
with
this creates a great foundation. I can see the reason I asked,
because you were a Vigor player,
and
you want a game that
so you like extraction shooters.
My problem with Vigor, after I don't know what season they are on now, but I stopped after season 9, and it's because there's nothing. You got to give me a reason to play, and just the sheer amount of content on just this map. Look at that! Holy crap, dude!
That's where it's going to be
MMO-esque.
A year from now, we'll be able to tell where they're going with it. One, I really hope they keep up with it. I hope they call it a beta for a reason, because they have a team dedicated and sticking with it.
Yeah, and it's definitely not perfect. There's a lot of improvement to be made, but like you said, David,
it's a fun start.
It's a good foundation so we see the gas progressing. So see how he put his gas mask on?
Yeah.
Can
we see on the map when they go out to the map?
So see how it just crossed?
That yellow?
Yeah, so he just crossed it. That map, the gas mask he just put on, you have to loot. So that's an item like the
that doesn't
larger
give him
backpack.
Permanency.
No, you can see. There's a meter, and you can
if
see.
If he were to die, he would lose that gas mask.
Oh.
In the next
map. The potential here, this feels like the future of shooters.
Well,
in the same way that the first time you jumped into PUBG, you're like, wow.
Yeah. Well, and that's for you, let's talk about Call of Duty gamers. I was I was a hardcore Call of Duty gamer for years. I want search and destroy, and that's all I want. But I really liked, I think it was the Chosen Gringo in chat where he said, Call of Duty shooters are not for me anymore because I just can't keep up with it. This is a game mode that allows other style of play rather than the run and gun style of play that Call of Duty generally,
I mean, even though the guys we're watching are running guns.
Yeah, but
Well,
so
it's very. I mean, it is. It's a Call of Duty game, but it's a variant mode, I guess. It's a little bit. Yeah, it's
that
just
allows for more playstyle. By the way, we're watching these people. Their butts are clenched right now. He's down to 20% on his gas mask, and they're trying to find the extraction. So that's
they got that M13. They're like, we gotta bounce.
They're rolling.
Yeah, they're communicating. They're like, where the heck is this extraction?
Now, see where these games struggle, and this is the big question: who can do it right? Where these games struggle is the long term, right? At a certain point, and this is like going back to Tarkov. At a certain point, you're done. You know what I mean? You get to a point where you're like, okay, I've got it at every quest. I'm freaking tier 5 armor, ammo on everything. We're probably going to get to a point like that in Warzone. Tarkov's solution is, well, right now it's wipes, right? Which kind of brings freshness to it. I don't know what COD's solution is going to be.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That's why I think a year from now, we'll be able to tell what they're going to do with this mode and where they're going with it.
Well, prestiging
I don't know.
does it.
Prestiging does it. I don't know if wipes are the answer. Maybe they do some type of prestige system, which is kind of a soft wipe. You know what I mean?
Self-contained seasons.
Yes,
A soft wipe.
Yeah.
A bidet, if you will.
Yeah, bidet wipe. Yeah, a bidet, if you will. So maybe they do some type of prestige system. We'll have to see where the missions take us. Again, like I said, I hope they add what we talked about. I hope they had like a more traditional stash.
So you guys texted me this week. Hey, want to try it out? And I'm like, yeah, okay, maybe I'll jump.
I'm gonna play my badass Disney game.
No, I was playing badass City Skylines.
Yeah.
Can I tell you
played
this,
City Skylines?
dude?
That's a fun game.
I just love. So I almost was like, because I own it on Steam as well. And I was like, do I play this on Steam? I was like, I'll give it a shot again on Xbox. The Series X, it's like landing on a PC. I'm like, oh, there it is. Here it is. But the problem with those games, those Paradox Interactive games, Paradox Interactive is my favorite developer.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah.
As games, they continually support their games, but when you're 10 years into a game, they have so much content that you have to pay for in order to fully experience that game. It gets expensive. So they just dropped another 4 packs. And I have all of them except those 4. And I'm telling you, if you want a city builder, I am loving it. It's so good, and it looks fantastic on the Series X.
But
I did not take this. I was like, yeah, it's Call of Duty, maybe. But watching it, I am, like you said, vigor. It's like, this is what I wanted.
Yeah.
Outside of like, obviously it does have that Call of Duty style.
Yeah.
But
that being said, gunplay solid.
But here's the thing. I want to play this. Like,
That's
wow,
fun.
I'm blown away at watching this.
And it also does. I mean, you have a love-hate relationship with Tarkov. It just kicks you.
It's the nature.
It kicks you in the nuts, and then it holds your hand. Like it's just like it giveth and it taketh away. This game does too. So, which I get pissed. I cuss at this game, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so stupid. But I re-up again because I
will admit most of our frustrations have been with bugs.
So it sounds like I should buy this then to get
free.
that extra inventory pack.
Oh, if that's the case,
yeah, I'll have to check. I thought it was 20. Maybe we'll test it tonight. That is hilarious.
Well, and one of the insurance, there is insurance in this, David.
Insurance is kind of a bad word for it. It's more custom loadout slot.
Custom loadout. You can bring in a game or a gun however you kit it with your attachments that you like, and etc. If you lose it, it goes on a timer for like 24 hours that you can't use that gun again until 24 hours are up. That's how it works.
Okay.
If you extract with a lot of loot, that timer is decreased.
Yeah, so the more money you extract with, the timer decreases. And I think the way they do that is the reason they do that is so you can't just come in with a jacked weapon every single time.
Yeah, it's balancing.
But there are 3 insurance slots, and that's another progression system, is doing those missions to unlock those other insurance slots so you have multiple things.
That's smart.
That's what I was getting at. Doing the faction quests and everything, that's what unlocks those slots to have more and more available items to bring in.
Hey, can I say another? Okay, Warzone, by the way, as you can tell, we mostly played DMZ this week, but I did play a couple of rounds of Warzones, and the new Warzone, from what I played those 2 or 3 rounds before I jumped back into DMZ, kind of while I was waiting for you guys, is fun. I like Warzone 2, but I'm going to say this. I actually, and some people may not like this, but I like their Battle Pass style this season.
Oh, the map.
It's not like 1 to 100, and I kind of wish more games would do this. I was talking about it in Discord with a couple people, and it's kind of like the Fortnite style where you can. I mean, there's still. You have to kind of still go certain paths, like it still kind of guides you, but you get to choose like kind of up, down, left, right, and you kind of get to unlock things in more of an order that you want rather than what the game says. If that makes sense.
I wonder if I can pull up that. I'm going to pull it up.
Yeah, basically what they do is they're called sectors. There's 5 rewards per sector, and the sector is like a map of the a world. Anyway, but you start at sector 1, and you can kind of go up this way, to the left, to the right, and you can kind of go all over the place. But I like it because it kind of...
You can go for what you want to go for.
Yeah, more so than you could before, right? So it's kind of... I like it because sometimes
less linear.
Yeah, sometimes you just get tired of like, okay, I need to get to rank 25. I mean, you technically still need to get to rank 25 if you want a certain thing, but it's presented in a different way that makes it, for me at least, a little bit more fresh. You know what I mean? It's like a breath of fresh air. It's like, I like this.
I have to compliment this dude. This dude is clean. He's got a clean.
He's got a clean stream. Yeah, setup. Compliments to this guy. But yeah, so see how you start at A1 and then you can choose A3 or A2 and you go around the map.
It's spider web, yeah.
It's an interesting,
very
take
cool.
on it.
Yeah, but it's kind of similar to Fortnite where they give you like it's still level 1 to 100, but like they're sectioned off in blocks, and you kind of like, oh, I want to unlock this, and this block, and then I want to move on to the next block.
That's interesting.
So it's kind of it's just. I don't know if everybody likes it. Personally, I like it because
cool.
it's a little bit more. It's just fresh. You know what I mean? It's like
keep it fresh, baby.
Keep it fresh.
I'm gonna go download this. Well, not this, but I'm gonna download DMZ.
Well, you have to download the whole package.
Oh, do you? Yeah,
I think it's like 100.
Bring your box over to my house.
I don't have that. I gotta remove games for my freaking thing.
It's big. It's like 100 gig, I think.
DMZ though, I'm going to say it. DMZ, I can see myself playing this like I play Tarkov. You know what I mean?
Long term.
You play it you play it hard, and you wait for an update, and then you play it hard again.
Yeah, I do want to shout out Shane Miller here in Jetty says Paradox Interactive has taken a lot of my time. Yes, that is Victoria 3 is a game that I've been watching lots of gameplay of. It's sitting there tantalizing me, teasing me.
I'm excited for you to play DMZ with us.
Yeah.
Well, are you going to play with us, or are you going to just go in solo?
I'll play with you guys. So you want to know my problem with right now?
Is you.
No, I
It's
no
me.
longer have. So I had. Here's my headset,
Yeah.
and I had this connected to my
Stuff.
What is the amplifier that I had? The
Astros?
Astro amplifier.
Oh. Yeah.
But now that I'm freaking up in the living room, I don't have that, and I hate not having full control over everything.
You want full control on, like, if you have a mixer, plug Call of Duty into it, because for some reason they think it's awesome to just crank the volume.
Yeah, I'm
of
sorry.
that game.
Microsoft needs to do a way better job with its volume through its controllers. Like, it's just not. It's not that great. I'm just gonna say it.
Well,
Maybe I'll get a wireless. So I need to get a wireless headset.
Remember in the old Xbox days, they had that
the
plug-in,
dongle,
the dongle, and that's where you could choose the volume was right there on the dongle. Yeah, that would be nice actually.
So they still sell
those,
they still sell those,
but like third-party versions of them.
No, it's their own. It's their own version.
They're just in the back.
They just don't focus on them anymore. Yeah. But that's what's ridiculous. Like, they're trying to tell you to handle it all in the menu system, and I've tried, and it freaking sucks, dude. It sucks. I'm sorry. It's just, especially
why don't you just, instead of complaining, why don't you just buy that dongle? Like you're.
Yeah, I think they did create a solution. It's the dongle.
The dongle sucks as well. So,
the dongle's not great.
Going from the amplifier from the back to it just sucks.
Yeah, but you're also talking about like a $30 device compared to a $500 device.
That's like a $350 device.
No, that amplifier, that one,
the Astro,
the Astro amplifier.
Oh, yeah, that's still more than.
I'm not talking about like the Go XLR.
I thought you were talking about the XLR,
but
that amplifier is still more than those little dongles.
Yeah, and my problem is I got like a long cable so that I could like pull it over on my couch. Nope, it takes a very specific cable, and if you go over a certain amount, it doesn't work.
This is what he's talking about, everybody. The Astro
Big Samp.
mix amp.
Look at all the ports on the back. I like that.
All those ports.
Works fantastic.
So, but this is an expensive device, though, David.
but does that even work? I don't even think that works now with the Series X.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does.
Do you use it with the Series X?
No, because
No.
I have a Go XLR.
I don't. Because
Yeah, I don't think it works with the Series X because there's no. Let me see. What's on the back again?
It just Xbox PC. The Series
it's
X
still
is
the
an
USB.
Xbox.
It's still a USB.
Yeah,
Okay.
So
my bad.
it has an aux. Yeah.
My bad.
Hey,
It
actually,
has optical, but it has also other stuff that.
speaking
Yeah,
of
the Xbox Series X doesn't have optical. It
Speaking
just
of
has
the-
I know,
Yeah.
but it has others as a.
Yeah.
backup.
So speaking of the Go XLR and console manufacturers, Sony and Xbox, you should really put the optical cable back in. I would really appreciate that. That would help me out a lot when it comes to my setup because we have to buy like audio extractors now. because
Jordan,
don't
you have what do you have? You have the Astro wireless. You like those?
Yeah, I like wireless stuff.
So how is the mic monitoring? That's the one
I don't
thing
use that
that
mic.
kills me.
I don't use its mic.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, I use my Go XLR. That's why
The
I
one
really
that I want that I
need
hear is
optical
really
cable
good
back.
is the.
Oh, but to answer your question, my mic monitoring is fantastic
Shut up,
because I have the Go XLR.
yeah, mine would be too if I was at my desk.
Get
but
the mini. Bring it upstairs.
I have gamed 1,000 times more since bringing it upstairs to my couch.
And you should buy the mini and invest in your gaming.
I have an XLR Mini,
Get another one.
but then I need a microphone.
Just attach it to your fireplace. You got your mantle right there.
Yeah, David, I think this is a you problem.
No,
Yeah, I really-
my wife is not going to let me drive sit an X.
It's a you
Go
problem.
XLR.
No, get creative with it, man. You made a mobile gaming station that you wheeled around your house.
You
Get
are
creative.
better than this, David.
Such a victim. Sorry, man up.
I think you can do like a pull from underneath the couch setup. You know,
No, see,
Yeah,
Shane
just
Miller
put it
agrees with
under
me.
the
Couch gaming
carpet.
for the win. I play Xbox more than I'm on a couch rather than my monitor. Same, dude. Same.
Just rip up your carpet and put it right.
Put it right underneath?
Cut underneath
sew
it.
it?
Underneath
Sew
it.
it?
Yeah, underneath your couch. Cut into the carpet and just have this popping out of it right there. So you
Of
can
the
just
arm.
reach down
Of the arm,
Of
yeah.
the arm. Yeah, and then this you can just. Oh, all right. That's
There we go.
that's-
That's where it's at. No, I need a wireless headset. That's honestly, I need to get a good room set up.
Well, if you get a room set up, then you won't be on your couch upstairs.
I'll be in my bed.
you can like take your kid's playroom and just put like a nice lazy boy in there.
I mean, I have a downstairs setup still where I could connect that, but
But the problem is you don't play down there, right?
Yeah, it's because that's where I do my work.
Yeah, that's the same with this
Yeah.
room.
Yeah, you got to separate work and play. I get it.
Yeah.
Difference between me and you, David, is when I game, I'm going to work.
Yeah. He leans into his gameplay.
When I turn on my Xbox, I'm going to work.
He's sweaty. He's bronze 5 right now in Overwatch.
Because of that glitch. Yeah. No, it's pretty annoying.
No, there's a headset
that's
that
a
I want. This
stupid
like the
bug.
Stealth Pros that looks pretty good. It's got that replaceable battery. I might jump on that.
Wait, you're gonna get a full-on
It's
replaceable
like
battery?
Yeah, it's like a $600 headset.
Wait, what? There's headsets that cost that much? What does
Oh,
it do?
jeez. Isn't there a headset that like makes you cry when you hear the sound because it's so pure?
I want where and how. I mean,
I think I
I'm
saw
not gonna buy one.
I think I saw Linus Tech Tips review it. Like it's like a $20,000 setup.
There's no way there's a headset that's
No.
20 grand. Well, that's
I
not
kid
like
you not.
That's not like gold
I
plated.
think it gives you orgasms.
No, I kid you. Like no.
Okay,
I'll
that
show
might be
you.
worth 20 grand.
I think that's what that is.
No, it's like
Through
it's
your
like
ears.
It's like pure.
Eargasms.
It's pure sound. Yeah. No, I'll show you. Like there's some expensive headset setups
I need to. I think I might invest.
for the sound connoisseurs.
Hold on, I'll tell you which one it is. I can't. Yeah, it's the Arctis, like the Arctis Pros.
The Arctis Pros. We'll look it up. Mm-hmm.
It's something like that. Arctis Pros wireless. There's a new version of it. $349. Arctis Nova Pro. No, Steel Series. It's a Steel Series 1.
Chat just said Jordan is definitely a player who leans forward while gaming.
Yep.
Yeah, Arctis Nova Pro wireless. Yeah, that's it.
Designed for Xbox.
Fine for Xbox. It's got to
Sticker.
replace. So it's because this is the mixer right here. Let me zoom in.
Well, it's not going to help anybody. Where do I go to pull that up?
Just everybody
Still
knows
serious?
it. It looks good. Looks like a good headset.
Yeah. Yeah, there it is.
Comes with a nice mixer, has a little digital interface.
My problem is, do I need to have that like in arm's reach? Doesn't it defeat the purpose of being wireless?
Well, it's like once I set mine, I don't touch it unless I need to make an
Shut
adjustment.
your mouth. It also can dual connect
Is
to
this
Bluetooth.
it? Is this what you're
That's
looking
it.
at?
That is it. Yep.
I'll pull it up.
Yeah, that's it, everybody.
I think it's like.
So I think that thing is not actually like a mixer. That's the receiver, and that there's a
but you can adjust everything.
So
from
what's
there.
amazing about this headset is there's a replaceable battery on the side. Just pop it out, and it charges inside that dock. So it comes with two batteries. One battery is in that dock while you're playing. You just bloop, pop it out, put it back in, so you have unlimited playing, basically.
What's interesting about this is it costs more than an Xbox.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
That's how you know you're legit.
Yeah, that's hot.
It's a Ferrari for my ears.
Wow. Well, does it sound good? Well, it says it's got almighty audio.
Almighty. Yeah.
I hear that audio is good.
Also, your phone can connect to it, so you can take a call while playing. Just switches right over.
That is actually
problem.
I do that all the time.
go for David.
Go for David. Yep. Yep.
So, yeah, people in chat have this one. They recommend it. Oh, interesting.
Yep. Captain Obvious. Oh, Captain Obvious has that. Yeah, the wired version. Oh, recommend it. Yeah.
Maybe I'll get it.
See? So wait, is this great for a couch? I need a couch. I need mic monitoring. That's the big one for me. If I can't hear myself, I'm out.
Well, mic monitoring, it's not very good, but it's built into the Xbox. You can turn that up.
I know, and I hate it.
The Astros are. That's why these
It's
were so
way
nice.
better,
is because
yeah.
You could.
I assume that's the same.
Yeah.
Or
Rip
similar.
Says, yeah, absolutely. All right. All right. All right, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Don't tell my wife.
I won't tell her. Well, you could say, "Hey, I had an idea. I wanted to rip up the carpet up here and put this device right here in the carpet, or I could go and just spend a measly $350.
Yeah, I mean, now to get new carpet, it's like $1,000 here that we're talking about.
This
or
will take it. I mean, this is about a third of the price.
we go $349.99
and then I get
after tax. We're talking $400, maybe,
I'm pretty sure she'll choose the latter.
maybe. All right. We'll go for it.
Don't ask for permission. Give her options, and one of those options is just
Yeah, this is the
terrible.
only one. My problem then is I also really. Why don't they make a wireless open back?
Do they not?
Nope. I
really like open back headphones a lot.
I like them because
They sound real.
my wife can talk to me and not get annoyed at me, right? Or my kids, and I can
Well-
be like, yeah.
Sometimes that's not because of the headphones.
That's true. That's just me zoning people out. You know what kids do? You've probably noticed this since having a child.
Yeah.
That enables you to zone out sounds really well, particularly crying.
Yeah.
Like I used to go to my in-laws who have a ton of kids, and I'd be like, "How are you able?" And they'd be like watching TV, and there's like kids crying. I'm like, "How can you enjoy this?" Now I understand.
You zone it out.
You
Just tune it out.
evolution happens to you.
My kid fell asleep today. It was really funny. He fell asleep. Look at this. He fell asleep like
That is how you know, like you're just at peace.
They're just tired. Yeah.
I'll show.
I
It's
believe
funny.
that's Nirvana.
Yeah. It's just so my kid, for those listening, he fell asleep like if you were sitting down with your butt on the ground and your legs forward and then fell forward and put your head between your legs. That's how he fell asleep. It's actually a phenomenal picture. Here, I'll show you. It's really funny. He fell asleep like that. Love that kid.
All right, let's go home.
Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. Thank you for hanging out today. We'll see you next week. Again, don't forget to come subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/X1Bros. Head over and leave us a 5-star review wherever you listen to us. Let us know what you think of DMZ. Go check it out this week. I'm going to jump in. Sounds very
free.
exciting.
It's a
also,
big
if anybody
download, but it's free.
Wants to build some cities, I highly recommend City Skyline. I love that. I've been back in this game multiple times through the years, and it's only improved.
It's badass.
Done. It is badass. See you guys later. Have a good one.